Hello and welcome to another one of my unboxing videos. So today I'm going to be showcasing what I got from Belissima Crystals, and I will have the shop linked down in the description below, so go check them out. And yeah, I'll be going through the crystals really quickly, and then I'm going to go back and discuss them each individually in a little bit more detail. So if you are interested in that, just stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to start with two similar crystals because they are just the same crystal basically. And that is these two smoky quartz specimens. So this first one, obviously, I guess was a gift because I didn't buy it. And it just kind of showed up on top of the pile. And I love free gifts. Thank you so much for gifting me this extra smoky quartz. And then this other one that I did know I was getting, but this one basically was also a gift because it was just it was like a at the live sale, it was more like a free gift time, and I guess you had to choose a number or something. I forget, it was a while ago. Anyways, I won it. So yeah, so both of these I got for free, and I love myself a free gift. We all know what quartz is. I've spoken about quartz a lot and smoky quartz a lot. So I'm just gonna, yeah, show you the crystals and move on. I have this amphibole quartz mini freeform. So what is amphibole quartz? Well, it's basically, it almost looks like lodolite, so like garden quartz, except for it's very specific minerals that are part of the amphibole family, and that includes tremolite and actinolite, as well as other amphibole groups of mineral inclusions that sort of give it almost like an elongated sort of look within due to its growth patterns. And this one comes from Brazil. That's where you'll find a lot coming from, the amphibole quartz variety. And like Brazil has a lot of great quartz going for it. So yeah, that's where this comes from. Next, I have this topaz specimen. Now, this particular topaz comes out of Tepetete, Mexico. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. I'm not too sure. But it's got like this, yeah, red tip to it, and it's just really pretty. And it's small, but I love topaz. So, and it was a good price. And yeah, this is a more of a rare variety, I think. So, I'm just happy to have it. Now, up next is this marcasite with calcite growth specimen. So, what is marcasite? It is an iron sulfate that is extremely similar to pyrite. And yeah, it's basically just a different crystal structure of pyrite, but very similar in its chemical makeup. It lands on a 6 on the most hard scale, and this is my first marcasite piece, so that's kind of cool. You do have to be careful not to tarnish it. It's not incredibly stable, so you want to make sure you don't really rub, hard if you're cleaning it and stuff like that. Make sure not to really rub and scrub it hard with anything because it will start to dissolve. And we just like pyrite basically, and we don't want that. So yeah, mostly just sort of dust it with possibly a very, very small amount of dampness with a cloth, and that's it. Don't put any soaps or chemicals or whatever on it. It will be not good. it will be prone to tarnish and dissolve. And next is this quartz specimen. So this comes from Colombia, and some people will refer to this particular type of quartz as blue smoke quartz, and it's due to what was thought to be inclusions within it that was lithium based. However, the tests that have been done don't show inclusion, so it's just the way that it's actually grown, and its structure when growing creates sort of these little fractures that sort of when the light hits it kind of releases what it looks to be like this sort of smoke within it, but other than that, it is just regular quartz, just with a cool sort of fracturing of light that occurs dependent on that growth. And like I said before, Colombia, again, is another place that has extremely lovely quartz, different varieties of quartz and such, as well as emerald. But yeah, very nice quartz. I've got a few specimens of quartz from there, and it's just so glassy and shiny, and gotta love it. And the next thing I unwrapped, again, I've said this before, is my favorite of all the different sort of mineral crystals out there, and that is this Vivianite specimen. The reason why I picked this Vivianite up is because this one actually comes from Bolivia, and I don't have a specimen of Vivianite from Bolivia. So yeah, just picked it up, and I love the fact that it's sort of more like, it's not really thin, it's a thick sort of gemmy piece, and it's small but like I said thick, and I just love Vivianite. This is definitely not my first specimen of Vivianite. I've got quite a bit and I love them. It's also known as the corpse crystal because of how it forms. It's formed in like sort of bogs, right, with a lot of iron deposits, which can create the crystal, and also because of the phosphates of really small boggy areas, that's what creates the crystal, and that's why it's called the corpse crystal, because if there's lots of phosphates from the decomposition of bodies in an area, an environment that is particularly swampy and lots of iron, then it can actually grow on dead bodies. Of course, the specimens that, are sold on the market stuff, that's not actually from dead bodies, but it can react on dead bodies depending on the environment that is surrounded in. So that's why it's sort of nicknamed the corpse crystal. And for the last piece I have to show is this blue Terra quartz specimen. So, what is blue Terra quartz? Well, the testing that I've seen on this material is basically inclusions of magnesium, lithium, and tourmaline. And so that it almost creates a look of almost like an amphibole, but blue. However, it's completely different minerals that are included within the quartz. So it's a completely different, chemical compound that's within, I guess you could say. And yeah, I just think it's beautiful. It is rare. It comes out of Brazil. And I'm just really happy to be able to find some and, this sort of size as well and pick it up. And that is everything. So definitely a smaller haul, but a beautiful haul nonetheless. From Belissima Crystals. Again, I will link their shop in the description below, so go check them out. And that's about everything. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!